Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or whenever this video reaches you. Hey, welcome back to my channel, The Virginia Bushcrafter. And if this is your first time here, this channel is all about learning and practicing the skills of bushcrafting, prepping, and survival for the wilderness. So how is everyone doing? I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking. So guys, today is the great old fan day that I actually get to spend a night in my shelter, my lean-to debris shelter. This has been a lot of preparation. There has been a lot of harvesting wood, processing wood, building a fence, letting it stay out in the rain for 2 months or longer, and now I get the opportunity to stay here. Now the question becomes, tonight, conduction. With the ground being wet, and we know that when your body touches that ground, there's conduction. The ground will draw that heat out of your body. So the first thing that I'm going to do today, I'm going to prepare my bedding so that I can eliminate the conduction. So that's the first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to bring you guys along with me. By the way, I'm going to be using trash bags, bedroll, possibly a 5x7 mylar grab a tarp, and I do have a mylar bivvy to sleep in. But anyway, those are the preps that I have to combat conduction, because it's going to get cold tonight. Even though it's okay right now, we know what happens at night, and it rained yesterday. The ground is wet. All right, so let's get started. Hey YouTubers, what I'm doing is actually raking up some leaves that I'm going to put into 3 of these 5-gallon trash bags. And this is going to be the main part of preventing the conduction. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to fill up 3 of these with debris from Mother Nature, and then we'll be back. All right, guys, 2 more of these. Hey guys, 2 more of these, and I'll have my main part of my bedding that's going to prevent the conduction. Again, conduction, knowing that when you put your body against the ground, that ground is going to draw all of the heat out of you. So one of the main ways to do this with a debris shelter is have a debris bed. All right, so when I get 2 more, we're going to throw them in the shelter and give them a test. All right guys, so as you can see, I have 3 5-gallon trash bags, 1, 2, and 3. full of debris. So let me just line this real quick. Yeah, this is going to be nice and snugly. Hope you can see me, but nice and snugly. But what's even better is to help with conduction. Again, conduction, you should have padding that is at least, when compressed, 4 inches to prevent conduction. Now, this may look like a lot, but when it's compressed, it'll go to 4. But I also have a bedroll that I'm going to put on top of this. And I'll make some adjustments tonight. So let's see how it works with the bedroll. Okay, I think this will work. Let's see, let me bring you in closer in. Okay, let me bring you closer in. So once again, 5-gallon trash bags. 1, 2, 3. I'll show you that again. Okay, I am in my debris shelter. Now you may say, but what about all the sticks that's going to poke you and so forth? Well, that's why I have the bedroll. A foam bedroll. Again, the objective is to prevent conduction. Okay, yeah, I think this will suffice because I do have a thermal seat as well as a shemagh to make my pillow. So here's one log. I can turn it that way. Okay, so the bed for the debris shelter. So let's straighten this up again. And tonight I'll push that further back in. Depends on the fire. Okay, there's a close-up look. All right, guys, so again, my channel is all about prepping and preparing. So now I'm going to go ahead and make a fire pit. So this evening, the only thing, well, I'm going to make a fire pit and start cutting some logs to fit the fire pit. And then this evening, the only thing I'll have to do is cook and watch some of you guys on YouTube. All right. See you in a few. Time to measure my fire pit distance. Right here. This is one giant step from my fire pit. Hey YouTube as well. I have completed my fire pit. As you can see, there is a fire lay and I have it stacked with kindling. So there's no need to collect kindling today. But I've done just the work that I've done today, which was get some saplings, and I did that with a mossy oak 10-inch blade. Man, it really removes saplings very well. And as you can see here, some logs on this side, as well as this side. And I still have a massive amount of wood there. But what I'm going to do is go ahead and start preparing me a meal. Before it gets dark, it's way before the evening, but it does take a lot of time, really, when you are already prepared. Just making sure that things are in order before it's dark, being that the wood is wet. But again, I have a lot of kindling, and I don't think I'll have a problem starting the fire at all. But guys, this is bushcrafting. It's a lot of fun. I'm going to enjoy myself tonight, and I'll be back with you once I start to prepare the meal. Hey guys, this is the saw that I'm using today. It is a 10-inch cutting edge. You can cut comfortably, anything up to 8 inches, very comfortable. And that's what I use this for today. Again, for this over here as well. Since I knew I would not have to do a lot of wood processing, I brought a smaller saw, and this is a Corona. It's a very good saw. Of course, it's a folder. As you can see, it does fold up. So guys, this is another opportunity to come out here and practice with your tools. I do have a hatchet with me, an S-wing hatchet, but I don't think I will be needing it this evening or tonight or in the morning. But again, great opportunity. Come out here, practice with your tools, learn the difference. Once you get used to a saw that cuts on the push and the pull, it's somewhat getting used to a saw that cuts on the pull only, but it does its job. Hey, as with any tool, it will do its job as long as you do your job. As you can see, this is all of my gear down here. All right, I'll see you close to meal time. Camp soap. Yeah, guys, it's time to start preparing a meal, and I want to get this done before it's dark, even though I think I have plenty of time. But when I'm out here, I get to have one of my favorite meals, which is just good old French fries and something else that I will share with you. But yeah, guys, I've been working on this project for quite some time. This is the first opportunity that I've had to actually come out here and actually spend a night in it. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to start preparing a meal. I'm going to make some French fries. I'll bring you along with me once I get started. Yeah, guys, I'm using my Camillus knife to slice up some potatoes. This was a knife I bought, oh man, years ago. And I don't know if I've mentioned it before that I like the knife so much that I bought 2 of them in the event that they ever stop selling them. So yeah, I'm just putting the fries into a bucket here. Yeah, French fries are one of my favorites. And I basically only have them when I am in the bush. So they're going to be really good, I'm sure. Just show you this. This knife cuts it slices so well. And one reason is because of the grind that's on it. It's a hollow grind, and those are really good for slicing. So nice for slicing that sometimes you may want to over slice. So yeah, this is the cooking tool that I'm using today. So I'm going to cut up another potato. I'll be back with you when I get ready to start a fire in that fire pit. Fair Simrod, Mossy Oak Overwatch. Hey guys, I'm going to start this fire today relatively easy with a Fair Simrod that comes with the Mossy Oak Overwatch. And the good thing about it, even the Fair Simrod has a whistle. It also has a sharpener that has a whistle as well. So what I've done, I've taken some fat wood shavings and some slivers of fat wood, and I'm just going to strike the Fair Simrod. It's inside of a shovel. Then I'm going to place it under the kindling. So let me put you in focus. Okay, Fair Simrod and the knife. Again, fat wood shaving and some fat wood slivers. Okay, let's see. Let me make this somewhat thinner. And there we go, finally. Fat wood slivers. Okay, now we're just going to put this under the kindling. Well, the fire went out, so let's do that again. Okay guys, that is the fire that has started. And again, this fire was started with, took some effort, and the ferrocerium rod. And again, I used fat wood shavings and some slivers of fat wood. And there is a lot of kindling on this fire. So when it gets down to some coals, we're going to start cooking. But what I basically want to do is get this wood dry. A lot of the wood that's on there now is wet, but it's not going to be a problem at all. All right guys, so when I get some coals, I'll be back. Hey guys, what I want to show you with this fire, the flames that you see right now is providing radiant heat as well as convector heat. If you notice those branches or saplings are moving, that is because convection heat rises. It rises from your head, it exudes out of your clothing. That's why it's good to wear layers. But as you can see, the heat, the convection is making the branches move, and I can feel what's called the radiant heat. So again, speaking of the three heats, there is conduction, which I would not have a problem with the bed that I have tonight. 3 5-gallon trash bags filled with leaves / debris with a roll mat that will prevent conduction. The convection will be prevented because I will have my clothes on and I will have something on my head, because convection rises. Convection is more or less like a fluid that exudes from you. The wind can take it away from you, but if you have the proper clothing with layers, you can avoid convection. I mean, you can avoid the convection heat because it rises, it exudes from you. But the radiant heat actually comes from the flames. That's where you get the heat. And so as you can see, the kindling is burning down, and I'm just waiting on some coals. And right now I'm getting some very, very good radiant heat. And again, look at the leaves up there. They're moving because of the convection. Convection, again, escapes from you. You wear clothing, hats, gloves to keep the to keep the heat in you. Otherwise, it escapes from you, and that's known as convection. So keep in mind, there's conduction. That's, you have to put a barrier between you and the ground. So there's conduction, convection, and radiant. Those are the three heats. Well guys, the French fries are now in the fire pit, and I'm sure it won't be long. I will be making the my dinner for today, for this evening, and then it will be relaxing time. But here again, you can see, even with the wood that was wet, it's really not a problem. Once you get some coals and get to the middle of the wood, you're in pretty good shape. All right guys, I'll be back with you when it's time to add the other portion of the meal to the fire. Well, I can hear the French fries frying. But guess what's on top of the lid of that bush pot? Nothing other than Light Life Smart Dogs. That's right. Can't wait. But yeah, so I just put the Smart Dogs on top of the bush pot, and they're going to be ready hopefully as soon as the French fries are ready. And then I'm going to heat up the buns. So guys, this is the rewarding part, the fun part. Getting to eat and then just relax. Because I have so much fuel. I know I would not use all of this tonight. But we shall see as the weather temperature goes downward. Alright guys, see you when the meal is ready. Alright guys, here goes the taste test. Two Smart Dogs, ketchup, and mustard. So good. Before I can get my first bite in, it's just so delicious. And of course, nice French fries. With lemon pepper. That's all I need on the French fries. Close up. So good. This is the kind of meal that will put me to sleep. Again, I didn't have much to do today other than just saw some wood, get some saplings, make a fire, and that was it because everything else had been prepped. Ample amount of wood, nice bed to sleep in tonight. What more can you ask for? But I'm going to finish this meal. I'll be back to you once my stomach is full. Smart Dogs. Try it. You might like it. See you around. Hey everyone. Well, the meal was delicious, refreshing, satisfied, and now I am just here, chilling, keeping a small fire, nothing large. The temperature hasn't dropped yet, but again, I have to be aware that I do have a campfire between two fences. So I've basically eaten, washed out my bush pot. I'm letting my bandana over there dry, and I'll be getting things together neatly pretty soon. But yeah, this is out here bushcrafting, just waiting for the darkness to come in, and then I may have a larger fire. I'm not sure, but right now this is satisfying. All right, see you on the next break. Hey, bushcrafters. Hey, it's been a nice evening so far. Plenty of wood. I know I have more than enough because the temperature, well, you can't see me because I don't have any lights on. But let's see. That makes it a little better, but the temperature has not dropped like I thought it would. So I'm not burning as much wood. But as the night goes on, maybe it will. But hey guys, I feel so great that I have so much wood. All right, I'll see you around. I'll see you on the next break. From fire to a cozy bedding. Again, that is to prevent conduction. The bags, the plastic bags, the 5-gallon plastic bags prevent conduction. It will not allow cold. The coldness cannot draw heat from our body. That is the conduction. I'm insulated very well. That's why I'll be sleeping in a few hours. Right now, I am enjoying the radiation from this fire. And I don't have to worry about the convection because it is somewhat warm. And convection is solved by having layers of clothing on, something on your head, your hands, your feet, layers. Your body generates heat, and that is convection. So you don't want to lose that convection. Again, the wind would zap it out of you if you don't have the proper layers. But the most prominent heat out in the bush is the radiant heat from the flames of the fire. I can feel now, and it really feels good. So let's see if you can see me here. I'm not sure, but yeah, so I'll come back. Let me turn on some lights. I'll be back. All right, guys, just wanted to come back to you and again, letting you know that, yeah, apologize for the light if you can't see me, but of course it's dark. I'm in the bush, but I'm here. Let's see if I can get behind a light. Okay, yeah. Again, after so many months of working with this debris shelter, layering it with debris, I know there's at least 4 to 5 inches of debris on this lean-to, the 2 fences, a controlled substantial fire, plenty of wood. So this is the night of testing it out. It's not too cold, but it's going to be enjoyable. So what I'm going to do, guys, is come back to you before I hit the sack. All right, I'll see you later. All right, guys, I am in my shelter. It's time for lights out until I restoke the fire. I really should have a red light on. I don't know if you guys can see me, but anyway, I will see you on my next get up or break. But here again, just want to show you that I'm actually in the shelter. Get ready to turn all the lights off except the fire. All right, guys. See you relatively soon. That's the ceiling. Ooh. All right, guys. I'm gone. I'm asleep. See you. Well, guys, just restoked the fire again. See you next time. Hey guys, well, it is 6:37 or something like that. So I need some light. Well, it's been a up and down night. Just fed the fire for the last time. So, time for some breakfast, I guess. But the temperature wasn't bad. I can feel the heat very well from here. I don't know if you can see me, but I probably could see better if I put my glasses on. Alright guys, well, I'm about to get up. I've been up and out constantly. But hey, that's part of it. Maybe there's some light up here. I don't know, there we go. Yeah, so it's kind of crowded, but what can you say? All right, guys, I'll see you in the daylight. Hey, guys, well, that fire was really comfortable. Just walked away, just maybe 25 yards at the most. Just seeing if I find a good hunting spot for squirrels, but I walked back there. Definitely a temperature change, but it's time for me to put something in my stomach. So boil some water real quick. So, breakfast is starting as soon as the water boils. Then I'll be back for the oatmeal. All right, guys. Time for some breakfast before I pack everything up. Yeah, when they say radiant heat makes a difference. Just walked to that log back there and I could tell the difference immediately. A little bit too much water, but what the heck. Oh, the cup is hot, but I can get rid of one glove for sure. Yeah, guys, it was okay to sleep under there. But again, when you're by yourself, you're gonna get up quite often to feed, excuse me, to feed the fire. Because again, I didn't want a large fire, so I kept it relatively small. But I used a lot of wood, that is for sure. So, hey, that's just part of it. Yeah, I have so much wood left. At least for at least 2 more visits at a minimum. Oh, it's hot, but it's good. Yeah, sleeping on the debris, the bags with the debris, and with the bedroll, it was okay. It's just maybe I needed a little bit more leg room, but gotta just try it, you know. But I'll be in the shelter again with all this wood that I have. If I do an overnighter, I'll be back in the shelter. All right, guys, I'll see you after breakfast. All right, YouTubers. Hey, this is the sad part when I have to leave you. Hey, I've had a great time sleeping in a lean-to debris shelter with a lean-to debris bed. Quite adventurous. It was a lot of fun. I learned a lot. Mostly I was focusing on conduction, providing a barrier between me and the ground of at least 4 inches. Convection, that's where heat escapes from you unless you have the proper clothing on, which was not a big issue, but convection goes up. But the most important one was radiant, and that's what kept me warm. So hey guys, it's been a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Hey, get out there and try it. You might like it. And also, hey, hit that like, comment, share this video out, and subscribe if you have not. And as always, like father and son, mother and daughter, human and nature, we are all akin in some form or fashion. Get out in the bush and have some fun. This is the Virginia Bushcrafter signing off. Stay safe.